Hey, it's Mr. Johns, and welcome back to Planet Zoo. This is episode 3, and we've just added a few things here to the zoo, and I wanted to share the drafts. I just missed the deliveries a few minutes ago. Wasn't quite ready to hit record, but basically what happens when you purchase the animals, they show up, the zookeeper brings a box, and the box opens up, and the animal comes out. And so habitats are a little bit different than exhibits. And so my exhibits down here, let's take a look at those. So these are of the 6 categories of animals. I basically have the frogs, Goliath frogs here. Those are the amphibians. And I have the sacred scarab beetle. Sacred scarab beetles are here. And then back here, what do we have? Well, you look at the educational panel. And this is the giant tiger land snail. So, what? Land snail. So let's take a look at them. So if you click on animals and choose one and then click on camera, it'll zoom in. Like, where is a snail? There he is. Oh, isn't he cute? He's on the side of the glass, just like you would expect a snail. Now, he's a giant snail, so he's big. But isn't that cool? The graphics are great. I think you'll learn a lot about animals, and if you like animals, this is a good game for you. So that's the habitat for the snails, and then over here, let's get out of there. We will zoom over here to the puff adders. So something a little bit more dangerous. So puff adders a little easier to find also. So we've got voom voom right there. Puff adders. So. And this particular exhibit, I always start off with 2, and then we can have the keepers manage the population of the puff adders. And so there we have people looking in at the puff adders. And if we wanted to zoom in even closer, just click on camera, and it's going to zoom in, and you can just slightly scroll around and take a look at them. And so there we go. We've got one of them there, and then the other one's over there. And great exhibit for the puff adders. And then so those are all the ones that would be in an exhibit. And so a habitat is a much bigger space, and you've got to make sure that you are meeting the needs of these animals as well. So what I have, I like how this worked. I've always wondered, I always struggled with where to put the door for the keepers. In this case, it's right back here in the staff area. They can access it from the back here through this door, which is awesome. And if they needed to take an animal back over to this surgery center or something like that, they can. And then the visitors are all on this side, and the height with the giraffe, the height of the barrier had to be at least 2 meters. So we're talking 6 feet-ish. And I made the front glass so that they can see through that barrier. So we've got a male and a female at this point, and nothing other than grass. How do we make this better? I'm going to click on the giraffe, not the habitat. And let me see what I can do here. So that's the overview. Under terrain, here we go. This is what the habitat tells you what is. It doesn't tell you what needs to be. So I am in pretty good with all that. Soil, I need more. So it doesn't say what kind of soil. So let's just go light, and let's add some. Notice what happens here is it lowers the amount of grass, obviously, as you are replacing it with... Oh, he's back. My giraffe is back. Nice. As you're replacing putting the soil on top of the grass, there we go. Now you got it's getting rid of grass to put in soil. So everything's in the green zone there. Everything is in the green zone. How about space? We have 1,900 meters, and we needed at least 1,600. So we're good there. The hard shelter, I don't have one. Facilities, nature, habitat. Okay, there we go. We're getting better. So let's, okay. There we go. We're good. We're golden. I do want to filter this by Africa. if possible. Well, let's at least do a nice. Oh, that's huge. But let's give them a nice big shelter. Yes. I probably should have put that in the middle. That's okay. That's okay though. And let's turn off the filter. And then now we're looking for enrichment things. It's definitely not as easy to work with as an exhibit, for sure, because in the exhibits you can just click, 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 and I get that. I guess there's so many more choices, is what I'm thinking. That, yeah, I mean, in the exhibits you have like rock A, rock B, rock C. Here you have a billion things. So let's just throw out some things and see how they do. I guess what would help is if I knew what kind of enrichment things giraffes like. I don't know if I have that written down. I also need food, a food cage. I wrote down some notes here. So leaves, branches, fruit, what they eat, and a food cage is good. A water trough, a water pipe. Okay, that's what I wrote down. So let's see what we have. Let's just go through that stuff. That's probably okay, food bowl. I don't know if that's a tray. No, a food tray is something different. Let's give them a food tray. Let's put that back here. Food tray. Well, maybe another one over here. I mean, it's a big place. I don't know. Let's start with one. So, food tray. It says food cage. That's not, none of that's food. I could probably search for food over here. Food and water. That speeds it up a lot. Underwater stuff, no. Large water bowl, probably, but it says water trough and a water pipe. So make sure you get a water trough, large. And there's a water pipe. Okay. So we're going to do a water trough, large, right there. We're going to do a water pipe right there. We're going to give them everything they want. Okay. So we have a water pipe, we have a water trough, we have a food. Do we have a food cage? Oh, look, they're going to run over to the keeper. We need a food cage. Underwater, underwater. Oh, look, he's going over. Nice, nice. Going to drink some water, going to eat some food, going to get healthy. Yes. There we go. There's our little giraffe. Drinking her water. Uh-oh. Keeper's taking her. No. What's going on, dude? What's going on with anything? Giraffe Habitat has disease. Okay, well, I'm working on it. She'll come back. So, at least they come and take them, and they take them right to the facility over there, which is great. So, I'm still working on adding stuff. What is that? Don't know what that is. Okay, so let's go back to this. I'm still looking for a food cage. Feeding platform, food bowl, food cage. Bing, bing, bing. Oh, it's okay. It's tall enough for a giraffe. So let's put that over here for the people to watch. Excellent. Okay. Okay. So beds and shelters. I already have a shelter. I'm not sure if you need bedding. Probably. Yeah. So habitat extra large. Let's put some bedding in there. Let's give them a nice comfy place to sleep. Okay. All right. We want this to be like the, luxury zoo is what my goal is. So since I'm doing sandbox mode and you have access, oh, Giraffe's back. Since we have access to everything, so all right, those are all shelters. Just looking for. I didn't do much more research on cooler, heater, enrichment items. Okay, probably some more enrichment items for sure. Again, don't really know what a giraffe plays with, So they don't play drums. Hard shelter. Isn't that what that is? Is a hard shelter? Shelter space is critically... Oh, maybe they can't fit in there. Really? Is there a taller one? So, Oh man. Okay, so is there a tall? I thought I picked the largest. Maybe it has to be taller than. Oh, well, no, that's only 8 feet tall. 12 by 12 by 4. By 4? How is that by 4? Not sure what that means. That's the same one I just chose. So I'm looking, see if there is there a bigger one. Oh, yes, that's way taller. How about this one? Nope, those guys need like this guy. 32 by 20. It's 20 feet tall. I think I want to rotate that. How do I do that? This is massive. Takes up the whole place, man. It's not quite what I had in mind. Well, what I think I want to do is delete that guy. I want to, do they walk into the ends here or? All right. Well, hey, sorry you're just putting up with me figuring things out, but that's kind of what I'm doing at this point is figuring things out. There we go. But I do think I found the appropriate shelter. So to figure out what these giraffes need for enrichment, what I want to do is click on the giraffe and then click on the Zoopedia. So that's going to give me information about the giraffes, which is really cool. This is the research part of the game that I enjoy. So it's not just a game. I mean, there's a lot of education here. And so this whole thing, population in wild, there's only 8,500. That's it in the whole world. So, excuse me, they are definitely endangered. And so information about the species there. So under research status, and so we learn what they eat here. And I don't have to select any of this stuff. I think I can put extra leaves and stuff like that in there. But since I have a food tray and other food options, the zookeepers will bring these foods to them. So, but right here is what I'm looking for: sprinkler, rubbing pillar, and suspended high grazer feeder. Those are the things I'm looking for: sprinkler, rubbing pillar, suspended high grazer feeder. That's all they have listed. So now I know go down to habitat, and I'm looking for the suspended high grazer. What's it look like? I don't know. So it's going to be like this. It's going to be something hanging. So they like this. Got it. And then I know the sprinkler and the something else. So I have a terrible memory. So I might remember if I see it. But, sprinkler. Just a sprinkler. Whoa. So what's this do? It cools the area down. I don't quite know where to put it. Let's just put it. I don't know. Is that okay? I remember that when I played that before, it did that weird thing. But okay, so we have a sprinkler. I mean, so they can run through here and cool off. That's great. They can go over there and play in the corner with that suspended food thing. And then what was it was a roll or something, but it's going to be a lot faster for me to go back to the Zoopedia, go to research status, and look at the rubbing pillar. Okay. We are looking for habitat rubbing pillar. And I should have looked at the picture a little closer because I could just match that up. But I didn't. Wait. Yep, I remember that. So rubbing pillar, we're going to put that over here in this corner. So now we pretty much have everything, I believe, that they asked for. So look at that. Enrichment, 100%. Now nutrition is still not 100%, and I'm not sure why. That's the only area. Oh, last meal quality was not great. Why? So we have water trough. We have food tray. Can we change anything here? I'm not really sure, but we're dealing with some food issues. So what else can I do to make these guys happy with food? Food quality or quantity? I think it was quality. Give them some options. And I think the zookeepers just bring the food and put it there. So, and I don't know if I can bring in leaves and things like that. They probably need some extra. Or maybe they need trees. Oh, they're giraffes. They eat trees. They eat leaves. Duh. I even wrote down leaves, branches, and fruit. Oh my gosh. I was wrong when I said the zookeepers will just bring that stuff to them. That's not true. I need to plant that stuff. All right, so that's what I'm dealing with. I'm going to work on this offline a bit. And by the time you see the zoo again, I think I'm going to do some decorating because I've got one, two, three, four, five. Now, what am I missing? Oh, the penguin. I need the penguin, but that's a whole nother episode. So when you see me again, I think this will all be decorated. I'm going to work on decorating the entrance a bit. And I'll have this half of the Africa exhibit finished in air quotes. And that'll work. So I'm going to shut the zoo down for the night and work on research on the trees and the plants for the habitat here. And I hope you'll come visit soon at If I Ran a Zoo. Mr. Johns out.